Section 23 of 5-Minute Stories. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Greg Giordano. 5-Minute Stories by Laura E. Richards. The Lazy Robin. The mother robin woke up in the early morning and roused her 3 children. "Breakfast time, my dears," she said, "and a good time for a flying lesson besides. You did well enough yesterday, but to-day you must do better. You must fly down to the ground, and then I will show you how to get worms for yourselves. You will soon be too old to be fed, and I cannot have you more backward than the other broods." The young robins were rather frightened, for they had only had 2 short flying lessons, taking little flapping flutters among the branches. The ground seemed a long, long way off. However, 2 of them scrambled on to the edge of the nest, and after balancing themselves for a moment, launched bravely out, and were soon standing beside their mother on the lawn, trembling but very proud. The 3rd robin was lazy and did not want to fly. He thought that if he stayed behind and said he was sick, his mother would bring some worms up to him, as she had always done before, so he sat still in the nest and drooped his head. "Come along!" cried the mother robin. "Come, Pecky, why are you sitting there alone?" "I don't feel very well," said Pecky. "I don't feel strong enough to fly." "Oh!" said his mother. "Then you had better not eat any breakfast, and I will send for Dr. Woodpecker." "Oh, no, please don't!" cried Pecky, and down he fluttered to the lawn. "That's right!" said the mother robin approvingly. "I thought there was not much the matter with you. Now bustle about, my dear. See how well your brother and sister are doing. I declare, Toppy has got hold of a worm as long as himself. It will get away from him. No, it won't. Ha! There, he has it now. Ah, that was a good mouthful, Toppy. You will be a fine eater." Pecky sat still, with his head on one side. He felt quite sure that if he waited and did nothing, his mother would take compassion on him and bring him some worms. There were Toppy and Flappy, working themselves to death in the hot sun. He had always been his mother's favorite. So he thought, but it was not really so. And he was quite sure that she would not let him go hungry. So he gave a little squeak, as if quite tired out, and put his head still more on one side, and shut his eyes, and sat still. Now his mother did not see him at all, for her back was turned, and she was eating a fine caterpillar, having no idea of waiting on lazy birds who were old enough to feed themselves. But someone else did see Master Pecky. Richard Whittington, the great gray cat, had come out to get his breakfast too, and he saw the lazy robin sitting still in the middle of the lawn with his eyes shut. Richard could not have caught one of the others. They all had their wits about them, and their sharp black eyes glanced here and there, and they were ready to take flight at a moment's notice. But Richard Whittington crept nearer and nearer to the lazy robin. Suddenly, pounce! he went. There was a shrill, horrified squeak, and that was the last of poor Pecky Robin. The mother robin and her 2 other children flew up into the tree and grieved bitterly for their lost Pecky, and the mother did not taste a single worm for several hours. But Richard Whittington enjoyed his breakfast exceedingly. and he was as good-natured as possible all day, and did not scratch the baby once. End of The Lazy Robin. Recording by Greg Giordano. Newport Richey, Florida.